2014, everybody. Today I'm going to be making for you a super healthy, high protein dish that you guys are going to fall in love with. Here are the ingredients. We have 1 pound of ground up turkey, 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese, 1 large bunch of spinach chopped up with stems, 1 large eggplant chopped up into little squares, a can of crushed tomatoes, 1 cup of chopped up parsley, 1 large green bell pepper, half an onion chopped up, 4 cloves of garlic. You're going to need oregano, poultry seasoning, basil, dry or fresh, and salt. Let's get started. And you would also need extra virgin olive oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil into our pan. There's 1 and 2. And that's all really what you would need for the whole entire dish. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the stove to high, which we have already done. And we are going to go ahead and add in our chopped onions into the cold oil and the 4 cloves of chopped garlic. So we're going to saute the onions and the garlic until they become translucent, a little bit golden brown. So now that the onions have become translucent, I'm going to go ahead and put in the 1 pound of ground turkey. Try to break it up. We're going to go ahead and add in some salt. And the reason why I have my pan on high is because I really want the food to develop some caramelization at the bottom of the pan, so when we add in our tomato sauce, it's going to give it a lot of good flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, dry basil, oregano, and the poultry seasoning. So I've gone ahead and I've added in a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of dry basil, and a teaspoon of the poultry seasoning, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm just going to keep moving the turkey around until it gets nicely, completely cooked, and then I'm going to show you what else we do. Alright, so now that the turkey has cooked nicely, we are going to go ahead and add in our large bell pepper, green bell pepper that we've chopped up into little cubes. And we're going to allow this to cook for a good 5 minutes until the bell peppers kind of wilt, okay? Okay, so now as you can see, the bell peppers have wilted down just a bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in the 1 cup of parsley, and I'm going to let that cook also for around 3 to 4 minutes. It smells so good. Alright, so now that that's all wilted down, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our 1 large bunch of spinach. I know it seems like a lot, but it's going to wilt down, okay? So just give it a few minutes, like 3 to 4 minutes. It's going to wilt down, stir it all up, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright, so as you can see, all the spinach has wilted down. It looked like a whole bunch, but it's all wilted in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our crushed tomato sauce, and we're going to let this simmer for a good 15-20 minutes on high, okay? Give this a stir, and we will let this simmer for 15-20 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and tell you what else you need to do. Alright, so this has been simmering now for 15 minutes on high, and now what I'm going to go ahead and do is add in our eggplant, and we're going to stir it around and let it cook for another 15 minutes. And also the eggplant is going to wilt down while it's cooking, okay? Give this a stir, and we'll check back on it in 15 minutes. Alright, so let's give this a stir and check and see how it's doing. It looks like the eggplants are almost ready. So I'm going to let this go for another 5 more minutes, and then we'll top it off with the cheese. Alrighty, this is looking fantastic. So we've let it go for another 5 minutes. And now what I've done is I've gone ahead and turned on the oven to broil, so that way our cheese can get nice and bubbly and brown. Now if you don't have a sauce, a pot that's all metal, you can go ahead and transfer this now into a dish that can go into your oven. So let's go ahead and flatten out the top, and we're going to go ahead and start sprinkling on our cheese. Faster this way with the glass. Then I can move it around. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. So, this is going to go into the oven under broil, and I'm going to show you the last result, and you guys are going to love it.